Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Galactic Civilizations 3 Custom Soundtrack Edition. The soundtrack of the day is going to be, we'll say Wrath of Khan. I can really relate to that guy. Also, I have a little bit of a sniffle, so we're gonna be drinking some tea while we do this. So if you hear some of this, don't be alarmed. It's a happy thing. Alright, that was... So this guy was a little picky and kind of hard to destroy last time. Not sure what to make of him. Oh yeah, the transport. It's rebelling. In theory anyway. Maybe we need like a formalized culture bomb. Either way, we'll just drop this transport back. I don't want to actually land it because then the people will land and... Ugh, the bureaucracy. Let's just eject all these ships, just in case we need to go pay a visit to what's left of the Yor. You know what? We've got some movement. Oh, there's no defending fleet even. Yeah, unlike real life, you can't declare war right after going to peace. I don't know why. Alright, let's see if we can't have something good happen here. Well, that's nice news, everyone. Well, it appears that unit's discovered the secret to immortality. However, we have a 100% chance of successfully invading this planet, and that's it for the Iconian Refuge? I hope? Well, let's watch this one. We've been sitting in awkward silence for a while. Boy, that first 10 seconds didn't go very well for them. I can't believe they did 8 damage. Oh, that ain't right. Could the Iconians have a planet back there? I mean, there's an Ascension starbase, doubtlessly, but I was kind of assuming that would be the end of their civilization. Okay, please tell me we don't have another invincible ship here. Okay, that's looking like a yes. Seems likely. Victory certain with all those ships. Why would they not invade me yet? Oh, they don't have people. Maybe that's it. I think that's a very beautiful design, actually. I like it. I like it more now, but I had some happy times observing it. Alright, thankfully we can destroy that. Alright, you, oh, you just pass for now. Alright, still invincible unless there's a stack I'm not seeing. That's fine. That's 100% fine with me. That's not the... No, that's a pirate. Well, we'll go deal with him. And we'll zip over to Thea. We've pretty much got this game in the bag now. We'll take a quick look at the victory conditions here. 84%. I don't get how they get there, because I still need to wipe out 8 major races. We need 28%. Ugh. I'm surprised we're not closer on the diplomatic victory, but anyway. I mean, conceivably we could really go after the Ascension victory now. Like, there's some nearby Ascension crystals, but anyway. Let's go see if there's any Your star bases out here. Like right there. Oh. Fine, bide your time. Sanctum. You know, you're a pretty terrible planet. I don't really care what you do. Yeah, and then this awkward guy who just stands there attacking. Victory uncertain. Alright, let's see what we've got here, folks. Well, something happened. I think this game is busting apart at the seams. So the ouchies were on their side. This game's collapsing. Oh wow, but it is an Ascension crystal. And they've been destroyed. Right on time. Now are you gonna die? Yay! Just had to have it switch sides. Good news, everyone. The Iconian refuge is no more. I know you were all very concerned about that. So, here's the plan, I think. Sorry if some of you don't care for it. But, you know, not so sorry that I'm going to change. This is just going to be the last episode. The game is collapsing like a dream in Inception. And we most certainly have it. But what I'd like to do is ponder a question with all of you. And if you have the answers, please share. How do you make a 4X game that is balanced in the back half? And I don't want any of these cheesy answers, because some people are like, well, this one 4X game that I really like is balanced in the back half. I think. I mean, maybe it's true, but the fact is, as a genre, it is a problem that I have seen as persistent across every single game. And a big part of it, in my opinion, is it was a problem with Master of Orion 1 and 2. Like, you know, you take over 51% of the galaxy, and it's just not that hard to take the rest, obviously. Total War, or at least Shogun, I don't know about all of them. I've only played Shogun, really, and a little bit of Rome. Total War had, once you basically get to the 50% mark, everyone else allies against you, and it's just a battle royale, and you have to like hold 1 point for 10 turns, and that makes it kind of cool, where there's like not really a point where you can get comfortable. Because the problem is, I mean, it's almost self-defeating. Like, strategically, the optimum situation is to have a fairly egalitarian balance of power. That gets you an interesting strategic dilemma, because everybody is, you know, a good fight. They're roughly on par with you strength-wise. But the whole point of the game is to disrupt that and gain more, but then there's no real way for the challenge to grow with you because, I mean, unless everybody joins together. But that can feel like cheating, and it isn't really compatible with the idea of a diplomatic victory or many of the other types, and I don't know. How do you fix it? Because, I mean, I think you could adjust a conquest victory so that basically if you control more than 51% and there isn't a military out there that could give you a run for your money, then you win. Because in theory right now, like, there's some bigger militaries out there, but we can just like dissect the rest of the map, and we like have a ring encompassing like the Taurians have a huge empire, for example, right? Or a huge military, but they only have 4 planets. So it doesn't even matter because I have enough of a military that I can just plunk 4 big invasion fleets next to each planet and take them all over in one turn pretty easily. Oh, they have 5 planets. Well, it's not like this one's gonna hang in there. Or we could go for culture flipping, which would, if we like invaded their homeworld and then went for the culture flip, they'd be toast. But anyway, the game's collapsing, and we've got this one in the bag. So let's ponder. And can we go to war with the Yor yet? No. Don't really know why. Everybody gets research. Have a nice day. That's actually a horrible use of all that time, but yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to actually hit like surrender. But yeah, ponder with me. What would you do? I've thought like you could have a 4X game where like the strategic dynamic is just completely different. Exploring, most people enjoy that. Expanding and exploiting are, of course, the natural follow-ups of that. But then the extermination has sort of 2... I don't want to use the term problems, but I will anyway. I just didn't want to do it. I still did it. Fine, land, see if I care. There's too many people now. Well, for some reason they had food on the ship. Man, the pirates were going to ascend if we weren't careful there. There we are. No, I'm not about war anymore. I'm about peace. So the game slows down a whole bunch when you start a war. As long as it's an even fight, often that's the most interesting thing. Like, I don't know, it was really engaging early on when we would have conflicts. Not like the Yor when we were really going at each other, that was pretty good. The Iconians never as much. Although sort of my overconfidence created some interesting situations, but if I were, playing carefully, that never would have happened. Get Davdia, Jewel of the Empire. Do that, because why not? Grey Knight, Jewel of the Empire. Have some fun. And like, even to an extension, exploitation isn't that fun, I would say. Because, sure, Mr. Beam Mark 1, it's a good ship. Because once you build What am I looking for? Let's just have some Ouchies. Once you build, every building once on like an important planet, doing the same thing for all these other planets isn't actually that interesting. Like, I have like 50 planets or however many. At a certain point, I don't really care about the new ones. Like, they're just a number going up, Like, they matter because of their strategic value, but like managing an individual one's economy, I never really get. And some people have tried to solve that problem with automating some of it, where, we'll make an AI and it will manage this aspect of the game. But I think that's a really bad sign. Like, if part of your game is the game playing itself, then it's not fun, and that's not okay. At least that's just my take on it. Huh. Well, look at that. We'll fly that to port. They have no starbase to go have fun with. Not really sure how those are organized. What determines that that order? There we are. Got a shipyard coming. You can have some fun there. So yeah, the idea of a planet as a strategic location and a thing that gives you resources or production or whatever, that's important. The idea of managing each one individually quickly loses appeal. So I mean, like, you could try some sort of way of just amalgamating all of them, but that's at odds with the concept of base building in a way. I don't know what the solution is. Oh, just keep going. Because we need to give you something to do. Just keep churning out the military. Don't I have a power scout? Didn't it ever work its way up here? Wow, outside even its range. All the wonderful places we could take over. We would basically have to take out the Archeans first, which we were just bribed to do. It's totally a legitimate strategy. Let's go see what's out there in that great big galaxy. Galaxy full of mooches. Anyway, and then we've got, so we've got the dilemma of like management and managing empire size. We've got the dilemma of what do you do with war. There we go. Oh, you can just go rest at home. We'll have a giant military just in case we need to do anything with it. Never gonna have those large-scale ships, which were shockingly expensive to research. Anyway, I think there's also fairly elegant solutions for a lot of these problems. Like, I considered one of the problems in the Master of Orion series the way production could just sort of explode. Like in Master of Orion 1 and 2, you would just increasing the productivity of a colony by 30-fold is not a big deal and can be done with a couple. I mean, you need population, but it could be done with a couple carefully placed buildings. Have research. And that always struck me as kind of weird. I mean, it's kind of realistic, but it doesn't make for a balanced gameplay. Whereas in the new Master of Orion, Conquer the Stars, they, oh my goodness, I could just scoop you up. They just sort of created diminishing returns on your tiles. They got less effective the more you exploited, and it's an elegant and realistic way of doing it, and just such a light touch. I quite appreciated it. Could go blow that up, but I won't. My name's Gregory Matthews. Nope. Anyway, and maybe some of these other things aren't problems as far as you're concerned. Am I not outside its range now? Oh well. We'll have to go take care of that. No, we won't. Have some farms. Anyway, yeah, the problem of mopping up. How do you solve it? I don't think I ever got to complete the thought before, but yeah, you could have a game where your goal is not to conquer everyone else. And that is pretty much how it boils down in these games right now. Because again, they don't have a game built around diplomacy or a special mode really built around diplomacy, where you like argue, like where you go like Phoenix Wright and argue like point counterpoint. You do have that for combat and entire research based around combat, and it's like there's a little rock paper scissors thing in this one. There isn't that for diplomacy, so the game's really not about forming alliances. There's no reconciling differences with people. There we go. Okay, well, we'll go with that. So yeah, you could have a focus totally different, like conquer just one planet, or conquer, 3 enemy homeworlds, and that's enough or something. I'm a big fan of if you take out the capital, you do it all. I think that's a pretty good way of doing things. Because it would completely change how I play the game right now too. Because Earth's pretty much undefended, and I don't care, and I shouldn't care. But the idea of having something to lose because your homeworld doesn't end up being like an average colony that has below average population after 10 years in the game world. Alright. Deeper knowledge. We're all about enlightenment now. Alright. We're going to design one more ship that will never see the light of day. And we'll call it. Just to imagine what we could have done against our enemies. I like the look of this one. Maybe this is like way too fatalistic and people aren't going to be into it, where I'm like, none of this will matter because I'm just going to hit surrender at the end. But yeah, the game's missing music, and fleets aren't exploding, and yeah, it's collapsing under its own weight. And a big part of that is because it's had multiple updates since the game started. Starting a new game will get rid of some of the problems. Although I would argue that it happening at all is a problem. No, we gotta bulk those up a bit, I think. Oh yeah, baby. Getting there, getting there. Okay. Dave's favorite. I don't know, I kind of look the look from behind, actually. And we're going to add just a little rotation there. I like how I pick the wrong axis every single time. It's just one of those nice feel-good things. There you go, 330. Canted out. Those look so thin relative to what they're supporting, how important it might be. Move 17.1. That's nuts. I don't think we really need more than that. And of course, our photonic warheads are going to be the belle of the ball. Absurd firepower is the name of the game. Oh, you know what? Missile mass 9. It's crazy. Our base stuff is... I mean, I guess these might be more expensive. Yeah, they're more expensive, but wow. Pretty cool stuff. Alright, we're probably going to use up all the space and have to take off some of our missiles soon. Because, I mean, we can't have this be totally defenseless despite its absurd hit point pool. And... where's our fleet booster? That's the one I want. I mean, that seems like it would be really good, but come on now. We're shooting 50% faster already for the mere cost of 1 antimatter. Oh, this is like what the Mercenaries have. That's pretty cool. Increases damage by all missile weapons in the fleet. These are pretty cool. I mean, I guess the thing would be to put these on a whole bunch of little ships. That's pretty cool, though. But, I mean, this thing has 96 firepower, so... I'll take it. Yeah, so this is all the tech that's been added because of Mercenaries. Big cheese. How long would it take us to make one big cheese? 3 turns? I mean, I guess the ouchies is pretty good, but... man, I should have researched those a long time ago. Anyway, let's go surrender and we'll see what happens. Ugh, to who? Yeah, we'll surrender to the other humanity. I'm sure I know how to do this. I don't know how to do it. 'Tis the era of Dave. It's interesting that the analytics goes back to time that doesn't exist. Well, on some of them. But yeah, there we go. Passing the Taurians. Oh, and almost reaching them for military. I have a feeling I'd win. Because the economic disparity is just too huge. Got up there pretty quickly, too. Heh. I remember what happened to them. Look at the Yor. They're loaded. I should take advantage of that. Alright, let's try one more time. I give up. Please make it stop. Alright, I guess we won't get a chance to see the end score for everything. Okay, there we go. We just hit the old retire. You can see the victory screen from the other Let's Play. So, thoughts? Kind of disappointed in the expansion pack, to be honest. The bar was set so high by Galactic Civilizations 2, and aside from graphics, this one is still coming short in pretty much every regard. Now, GC2 is a really good game, so that's not to say that this is a bad one, but the bugs are unacceptable, and a lot of the performance is still unacceptable. Weird load times. Like, I don't know why it chugs on the diplomacy screen, but anyway. Battles lost. We were in last place, I guess, because we fought so many? I don't know. There we go, everyone. Like, even this. Why does it take that long? This is not a complex screen. Anyway, yeah. What I would say is, if you don't own Galactic Civilizations 3, still, just buy Galactic Civilizations 2 if you're remotely into these games. The Ultimate Edition is on Steam. It's like $20 when it's not on sale. And it is highly similar, and just the game itself is fine-tuned. It doesn't look as pretty, and I'm a believer that graphics are important. Not like more important than everything else combined, but, you know, a game needs to be pleasing on the eyes. It's a big contributor to fun. Part of why, like, Overwatch is a fun shooter is because, like, it looks like you're at Disneyland. Like, I don't know, it just, like, has a fun aesthetic. So this has that. GC2 does not have it, but the game is better, the rules are better, the balance is better, there's more interesting things that can happen, the performance is better. Just go with that. And, you know, maybe in a couple expansion packs, again, we'll have a chance to change our minds. But for right now, it hasn't really brought anything new to the series, actually. Only in the most minor ways. And so I would go with just the superior execution. And I feel bad because I'm a big fan of Stardock and what they're doing. It's kind of like what happened when Civilization 5 came out, because 4 was such a great version of the rules and had a bunch of great expansion packs, and 5 came out and didn't have any of that and made a couple changes that not everyone was into. Hexagons. And I think that's where we're at with this one as well. And after Civ 5 was done being worked on, it became a very good game. And that's what I will hope for this one as well. And that's pretty much what I said at the end of the last Let's Play. So it's a bit disappointing that more progress wasn't made, but it's only been one expansion pack. Last time it took about 3. So, Twilight of the Arnor, that was the one that did it. So, we wait. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next Let's Play.